Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for Montrezl Harrell.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Marc Gasol. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward position. And for Dallas, we've got Josh Richardson. Maxi Kleber is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 down low. Doncic with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Here's Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And as we come down the home stretch, some teams in position for the playoffs. How do you prepare for those young players who haven't been there yet, are wide-eyed and learning as they go?
You know, I'm not sure there's any preparing for it. I mean, they're going to be expected to contribute. You've got to be prepared from the standpoint of knowing your assignments. And because there's so much more information today, that does help. But the reality is they've already given the coaching staff a reason to think they have what it takes to help them make a run.
And that one's good. Doncic.
Boy, he's so dangerous in these situations. Doncic just has a good sense for what he needs to do based on the situation.
Now here's Schroeder. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Suns in Phoenix. It's rebounded by Doncic. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. That one, no good. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And here are the Mavericks now. It's stolen by Morris. Kuzma, left side. And there's Schroeder. That's good. The assist by Kuzma. Schroeder's got his second basket of the night.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. And here we go. Fast break. Kuzma's got it. And Caldwell-Pope gets the basket.
I think it's important that Caldwell-Pope makes these shots, showing real toughness, converting through contact.
Doncic against Schroeder. Goes back up. And there's the nice layup by Cauley Stein.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating. I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Now, here is Morris. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Doncic against Schroeder. Clock at 6. Out to Morris. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. Porzingis with the block.
Boy, Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Maxi Kleber. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Now here's Caldwell-Pope following the miss by Porzingis. And that one, good.
So quick on these drives, as quick as a hiccup. Can't let him, Caldwell-Pope, get into the lane like this.
1:32 left here in the first quarter. And here's Brunson. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Pass to Cauley Stein. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Guys, you look at Porzingis, and it seems like he's got a knack for chasing down the ball on the offensive glass. Really good instinct.
Now here's Caldwell-Pope. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Horton Tucker. Guarded by Hardaway.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Cauley Stein's shot is good.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Caruso, the pass to Horton Tucker. 34 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Harrell. Poke loose. Hardaway with it. Now guarded by Harrell. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks with some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Cauley Stein. And Trey Burke subbed in for Josh Richardson. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Wesley Matthews checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Caruso. Can't get it to fall. And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Mavericks on top, leading by... A little bit earlier, we had a chance to chat with Kyle Kuzma.
You know, for me, it's super cool.
Well, Kuzma, Greg, has certainly learned a lot, proficient at the offensive end, and adding more to his game every day.
Yeah, I mean, he's been focused on improving the defense and rebounding, and much of that is due to the players he's been surrounded by.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Harrell is out there with Markieff Morris. Then it's Matthews, and it's Horton Tucker in at the three. Great positioning on the putback. Matthews has got his first basket.
Yeah, Matthews, his effort is relentless. He never gives up on a play.
Brunson against Morris. Back to Brunson. Down low, Powell. And he uses the glass on the layup. Powell's got his first 2 points of the night.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Caruso kicks to Morris. Back to Matthews. And the pass to Morris. Here's Caruso. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Brunson scanning the floor. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And, you know, this is what Powell does best. Establishes himself deep inside and jams it home.
Caruso kicks to Morris. Matthews goes in. Right wing. Passes it to Caruso. 5 on the clock. And that's good. Wesley Matthews for 3. Matthews has got 5 points now this quarter.
Remarkable poise from Wesley Matthews. Looks like he's very comfortable shooting as soon as that ball hits his hand.
First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for him.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
It's good. Porzingis has got 6.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
Porzingis against Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Doncic looking it over. Rebounded by the Lakers. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
And, you know, one of the things about missing free throws is not only are you not getting points yourself, but it allows the other team to maintain momentum or keep a rally going.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Doncic. Pass to Richardson. He kicks to Doncic. Kuzma pulls it in.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Pulls it up. Here's Cauley Stein, and yes, it's good. Cauley Stein's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
And that one's good. Schroeder. Schroeder's got the lead up to 3 now for the Lakers.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Here's Doncic, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They only had a couple of rough stretches and
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy who's been getting it done is Dennis Schroeder.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Maxi Kleber. Marjanovic is out there with Willie Cauley Stein. Then it's Josh Richardson, and it's Brunson in at point. Richardson gets a wide open look. His 3-pointers off the mark.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it. Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Misses from close range.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Back to Caldwell Pope. Lays it up off the glass. Now it's a 7-point Laker lead.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
Brunson against Schroeder. Basket counts.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the 3rd.
Now Schroeder, 12 points for him. Kuzma outside. Caldwell Pope finds Kuzma. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope with the foul. That's his first foul. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Johnson comes in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Maxi Kleber. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Richardson. The Lakers also changing it up. Harrell, he's checked in for Gasol. Matthews comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. And Harrell slams it in.
Possessing great mobility at his size, Harrell runs the floor like a deer.
Now here's Brunson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Brunson's got 4 points this quarter.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Matthews passes to Harrell. Outside Matthews. It's rebounded by Dallas. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
Boy, an attacker who's not afraid to get a little rugged and physical. I like Hardaway Jr.'s disposition, fellas.
And the Lakers making a change here. Horton Tucker's checked in. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Lakers. 3-point lead. Doncic with the steal. They're running for the tie. Looking to get it going. And he sinks the layup. Doncic has got 6.
Well, you look at Doncic, so confident, even from this area. He knows he can make it happen.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision, where he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
And it's Doncic missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Porzingis. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 8.
The 7'3" Latvian Porzingis is used to overcoming tough defense. Poise from the big man.
Here's Harrell. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Knocks it loose. And Matthews kicks to Caruso. Pass to Harrell. Just 4 to shoot. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Horton Tucker's shot is off. The Mavericks trailing. Hardaway with it. Matthews covering. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. That doesn't go either for Doncic. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Matthews. It's rebounded by Dallas. Marjanovic has got his 5th rebound in this one. For the lead. Hardaway, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Morris. And foul on the and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video reviews showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Man, nice to watch Matthews rise up with confidence. Superb at getting good position close to the rim.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Lakers on top. They lead by 1. And we'll get going after this from the American. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth, we've got Montrezl Harrell, and it's Matthews in at the two-guard spot. A different look for Dallas. Now he's checked in for Marjanovic. And it's Willie Cauley-Stein in for Porzingis. Mavericks trailed by 3. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Mavericks making a switch here. Doncic is checked in. Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
Here's Schroeder. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%. Dallas shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Doncic with it. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Doncic outside. Inside. Powell dishes to Doncic. And that one drops. Doncic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Schroeder passes to Gasol. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Gasol's got his first basket of the night.
Boy, the confidence of Gasol on the block is really impressive to see. I mean, once he gets good positioning, he goes right to work.
Doncic kicks to Cauley-Stein. To the middle. Here's a one-two. That shot missing. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Here we go, one-on-one. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep, and he'll shoot 2 at the line. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
I've been impressed with how well they've penetrated tonight, too.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Morris finds Caldwell Pope. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Lakers lead by 7.
Yeah, cashing in close, Caldwell Pope. Showing you there, he's more than just a jump shooter.
Here's Brunson. Unable to get that one. So the Lakers will take it the other way. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Morris passes to Caldwell Pope. Schroeder outside. Shot clock at 5. Porzingis with the block. Here's Brunson. Bucket is good.
And challenging the bigger defender coming through in the biggest moment.
Well, this guy is always in attack mode, very aggressive. Some players might kick it out there, not him. He's going right to the bucket.
Schroeder surveying the floor. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Already a skilled interior player. At times when Kuzma is close to the basket, you have no choice but to foul.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Dennis Schroeder. Good on the first, and that trims the lead to 6. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
Caldwell Pope outside. And there's the pass to Kuzma. Kleba with the rebound. For Dallas, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Brunson, good.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. He's checked in for Marjanovic. Billy Cauley-Stein comes in for Porzingis. Josh Richardson's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And it's Doncic missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Back to Schroeder. A shot off that time. No time to waste. They need a score.
Kevin, they should take the first good look they get.
They get it back. Powell. It falls.
Boy, intensity always a good thing, and Powell brings it solid at getting after offensive rebounds for his team.
Gasol on the high post. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. It's off. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. This win such a tremendous emotion. to you today from Portland. We are near.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And now the Lakers starting group. Markieff Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Jones in at the three, the small forward. Lillard with the bucket. Greg, too early to start talking about MVP for this year or midseason?
You know, we've gotten to a point now where we start talking MVP at the start of the season. You know,
yeah, right.
People just love to talk sports at this point, especially when it comes to the most prestigious individual awards out there. I think you can make a case and sway some opinions with your play this time of year, but I like to let it all play out before I start focusing on that.
Things can change in a hurry, can't they, in a season?
Yes, they can.
Like you said, let it play out. Schroeder passes to Caldwell-Pope. Good D by McCollum.
Now that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Now, here's Lillard. He's coming off a 19-point game against Dallas.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Here's Lillard. It's a three-point game. He feeds it to Kanter. And a wide-open look for McCollum. They grab their own miss. Kicks it out to Lillard. Three-pointer. Hits it from three-point range. Lillard's got 8.
Well, he's knocking down most everything, guys. 3 of 4 here.
Now, here's Schroeder. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Shot clock at 6. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I'm never quite sure what Schroeder is going to do there. Fantastic at forcing the D to hit him while he was shooting that one.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. Los Angeles making a switch here. Harrell's checked in.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
And the dunk by Covington.
Yeah, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
Back to Schroeder. Jones against Kuzma. Pass to Schroeder. Kicks to Harrell. Caldwell-Pope against McCollum. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And checking out the stats for McCollum. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging about 16 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up. Fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
And Lillard gets double teamed. Kanter dishes to Lillard. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Caldwell-Pope.
Man, at the point guard position, are you kidding me? Explosive scoring ability and body control. That results in a bucket and a free throw.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Horton Tucker's checked in. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Caldwell-Pope. It's blocked.
That's good footwork from the big man as Kanter aware defensively to get to that one.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. To the inside, Kanter, and Kanter throws it down.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart, the other one playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Lillard outside. Cantor. And Cantor able to finish.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The pass to Horton Tucker. Inside. Harrell, that's good. Harrell's got his second bucket of the game to go.
He gets really excited about finishing through contact.
Lillard outside. Fires for three. Trailblazers keep it alive. There's the three. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Morris, no good. Trailblazers leading by 13. Lillard outside. Takes the three. Over to the wing. Here's Trent. Lillard outside. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And we'll be back with you shortly. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him.
I think in the past, anytime I got...
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Trailblazers enjoying a nice lead here.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Hood out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Trent in at the shooting guard position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
Now, Harrell getting out. We see him always working around the rim, this time in transition.
Here's Simons. Gasol with the rebound. Matthews finds Harrell. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, what we saw in that game and what you see around the league is a questionable dependency on the triple.
Well, you have to be able to use the three-point line in some way. It's just such a weapon. In that game, it was just not there for him.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Harrell. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Wesley Matthews. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso. Here's Schroeder. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there are so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are three guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness. All the while, he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed.
Well, if you read the scouting report on Schroeder, he likes to get into the basket as close as possible because he's usually good from there.
Anthony against Kuzma. McCollum right side. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Well, McCollum has shown the ability to get inside and also finish. It's just how shifty he is.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media form when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
That's a great read on the pick and roll by McCollum. The defender backing up leaves him no hope of affecting that shot.
Shooter passes to Horton Tucker. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Here's Horton Tucker. Here's Schroeder. Banked in off the glass. Schroeder's got 7 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. Dishes to Carmelo. Kicks it out to McCollum. Latray. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. McCollum's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Finding some space out there on the perimeter was McCollum, and he finds ways to knock it down.
Schroeder, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one's on Anthony, and this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
For the Trailblazers, Trent's checked in, and Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
Schroeder last year accepting his role of coming off the bench and being a scorer, so whatever it is the coaching staff is asking of him, he's willing to do it.
And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Good on that shot, and with that the Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Schroeder.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
And Lillard gets double teamed. A 3 from McCollum, and again it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Lillard against Schroeder, and the shot goes in. He's got 13.
And scoring in a variety of ways so far in this game.
Trailblazers leading by 7. Lillard surveying the D. McCollum dishes to Covington. Lillard against Schroeder. Lillard the pass to McCollum. And the Trailblazers another 3.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Down low, Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
Three-pointer, Lillard. They get the rebound. Kicks it out to McCollum. The 3. Just 5 on the clock. Covington passes to McCollum. Launches it. Not going to go that time. It'll count. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so that brings the first half to a close. Portland out in front. They lead by 8. It's
Carmelo, I know in this.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. C.J. McCollum was on fire in the first half. He had 16 points and 2 rebounds. He was on the fringe. And that.
And we've got 3rd quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
So for the Lakers right now, they've got Marc Gasol. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Markieff Morris. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Kuzma. Good D by Jones.
And they continue to control the glass.
McCollum against Gasol. Covington kicks to McCollum. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Lakers working the ball around now. Back to Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
And with his size and athletic ability, playing above the rim, not an issue for Kuzma.
Back to Lillard. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got 17.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Got that one up quick.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Caldwell Pope against McCollum. Lillard, right side. Canner in the corner. 4 on the shot clock. From deep. Lillard misses.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Lillard way outside. The 3 from McCollum. Rebound the Lakers. Gasol's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Up top, Kuzma, defended by Jones. Kuzma can't get it to go. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Gasol on the high post.
And he knows how to make good use of his size in that low block. And Gasol's inside game is very refined. There's a smoothness to how he approaches it.
Lillard against Schroeder. Here is Lillard. 20 points for him. For the 3. It doesn't go for him. And the Lakers take it the other way.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Trailblazers leading by 8. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. McCollum with the ball. Now guarded by Schroeder. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. 3-pointer. Sinks the triple. Lillard's got 9 points now in the quarter.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Here's Schroeder. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 11 rebounds in the game. Lillard the pass to Cantor. Back to Lillard. Shoots the 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Now Caldwell Pope. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Offensive rebound. Cantor kicks to Lillard. Launches a 3. Morris with the rebound. Lakers trail by 14. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Trailblazers leading by 13. Here's Trent. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Lillard outside. From deep. No good on the shot. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And more than anything, their three-point shooting is what sparked them. A fantastic night from Wall. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Anthony. He's out there with Rodney Hood. Damian Lillard out there with Ennis Cantor. And it's Trent in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. It's Matthews on the wing. There's the triple. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Nobody near Lillard. Cantor, the pass to Lillard. Five on the clock. Lets the three fly. But they'll get another chance.
Yeah, just nice hustle there. That work gets them the extra possession. And the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the board.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Now here's Lillard. He's guarded closely, and that one is good. Lillard's got 17 now, just in the second half. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed. To have your jersey hanging up in an arena, that was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Lillard, right side, three-pointer, drills it from outside. Lillard's got 8 points in the quarter.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Here's Caruso, and he banks in the layup.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Trent passes to Lillard. From past the arc. Good D by Matthews.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
And the first one drops. Greg, you played against some terrific players, including the late, great Kobe Bryant. I'd love to hear your thoughts on playing against Kobe.
I mean, his passing is still tough, I'm sure, for many to deal with because he was just taken from us at such a young age. But this guy was a ferocious competitor and someone who showed us in life and in tragedy that you need to make the most of every moment that we have here. You know, I just appreciated the fans getting to know Kobe once his career was over, because I think he was able to let his guard down a little bit and show us a lighter side, a more compassionate side.
That is an excellent point. First free throw is good, and that'll push the lead to double digits. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. And here's the fast break. Here's Schroeder. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Well, at 175 pounds and lanky, Schroeder still has some strength, especially on those tough finishes.
And it's McCollum off the drive. Good on the shot. McCollum's got 21.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. tonight, 9 for 13 shooting.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Trailblazers.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And they've put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only one left to play.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Damian Lillard.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
And Caldwell Pope, explosive off the floor. He can catch you unawares with his dunking.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's McCollum for three. He can't get that one to fall. Here are the Lakers with the ball. It's a 10-point game. Here's Caldwell Pope. Misses the layup. Schroeder against Lillard. And it's McCollum in the corner. Lets it go from deep, and it falls.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for...
NBA 2K.
And what an amazing job it is if you can get it.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. And the pregame.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. And now the Lakers starting group. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the two-guard spot. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And there's Jackson. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. The shot's good.
There's that passion of his, battling with every ounce of energy he has.
Now Schroeder. And the NBA, Chris, with a long regular season, we know that. Are there things that can make the season seem even longer or shorter or in between for that matter?
Yeah, Kevin, well, I'll tell you what, the cliche, time flies when you're having fun. We all know that's true. So when you're losing or not seeing eye to eye, that's when the season can really drag on.
And busting it up the floor, Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Now, here is Morris. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Here's Caldwell Pope. 2 free throws coming up. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now, here's Kennard. His last outing, he had 8 points. Pass to Leonard. Two points. That one goes.
And we've seen Leonard's ball handling improve over the years, especially in the pick and rolls where he has grown to be very effective.
And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Morris kicks it over to Schroeder. He dishes it to Gasol. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
The soft touch of Gasol, I mean, outstanding in close. He lets the ball glide off his fingertips.
Outside for Jackson. Leonard looking over the floor. Pass to Zubac. From down in the low post, it goes.
A really smart opening quarter for them at the offensive end. Moving, finding good shots. They're 4 for 5 from the field.
Schroeder with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. The shot's good from Gasol.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now, here's Kennard. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. A different look for the Clippers. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Lou Williams is subbed in for Jackson. And the Lakers also making a switch. Horton Tucker's checked in. Here's Horton Tucker. 17 points for him last game against the Suns in Phoenix. Out to Kuzma. Clock at 4. And it's all evened up.
Takes some strength to finish through that kind of contact. And Kuzma's definitely put in his share of work in the weight room.
There's the pass to Leonard. A minute 50 left to play in the first quarter. Passes to Kennard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Now Williams. To the paint. Here's Patterson. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Don't sleep on Williams' ability to create for others. That's a veteran play.
to Morris. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 3rd assist on the night. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Clippers. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
They had them in their heels the whole game. The intensity of their defense is the key factor.
And here's Morris for 3. The Clippers get another chance here. Kennard against Caldwell Pope. Kennard kicks to Morris. 5 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. For the Clippers, Mann's checked in, and George is subbed in for Luke Kennard. The Lakers also changing it up. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Matthews comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. Here's Caruso. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The Lakers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 29 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Outside, George to the middle. Patterson inside. Harrell on him. Patterson passes to George. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
To the inside. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And don't go away. We'll be back. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, governing the split-second chance opportunities. I mean, that's what has them in the lead right now.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So the Lakers 5 right now. They've got Marc Gasol, Matthews out there with Montrezl Harrell. And it's Caruso in at the 1. Back to Williams. And George kicks to Williams. He feeds it to Patterson. Gasol with the steal. And it's the Lakers on the break. Matthews passes to Caruso. The dish to Gasol. Paul George with the steal. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Harrell. Here's Horton Tucker. Good on the bucket. Gasol's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Clippers trail by 4. Pass to Mann. Back to Williams. Matthews against George. Inside, Mann. It's tipped. And it's Harrell at the elbow. And Harrell slams it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. George against Matthews. And Gasol sends it back.
You got to be wary of Gasol. I mean, he's good at using his length to turn away shots.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. To end the cold streak, The shot by George, no good.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
Kuzma can't get it to go.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Jackson dishes to George, and the layup's good off the glass.
There you see why you want the ball in Jackson's hands as much as possible. He can clearly set the table.
Out to the wing. Now here's Kuzma. He's guarded closely. Dishes it to Hill, and it's blocked. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And it's George finishing it off.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
Here's Matthews. Count it. And the Lakers lead by 4.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. Luke Kennard comes in for George. And then for the Lakers, Markieff Morris is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Caldwell Pope comes in for Wesley Matthews. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso. Leonard against Kuzma. Kicks to Caldwell Pope. 6 to shoot. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Lakers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That's good from Schroeder. Schroeder hits them both. 1:09 left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Batum. And the pass to Zubac. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. They get Marc Gasol. The Clippers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
Schroeder passes to Gasol. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Gasol's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Kennard kicks to Jackson. Down low, takes it out to Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. 6 on the shot clock. Got a piece of it. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling a shot clock violation. Lakers leading by 4. Schroeder passes to Gasol. Back to Schroeder. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Well, at 7-1, the vision, Gasol staying aware. I mean, this guy's got game.
Jackson passes to Williams. And so we wrap up the first half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, a competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams on. And that'll about do it as we get.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been a clinic out there by Marc Gasol.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Batuma's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. George looking around. Zubac tips it back in. Zubac has got 8 points.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Gasol dishes to Schroeder. It's good. Schroeder's got the lead up to 8 now for the Lakers.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
High post, Zubac. Over in the corner, Batum passes it to George. Rejected by Gasol. And it's the Lakers on the break. It's good from Schroeder on the assist by Caldwell Pope. And it's a 10-point Laker lead.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
George passes to Zubac. The 3. George missing again.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope to the paint. This all no good.
That's their first shot of the half that hasn't found a mark. It's been a good start for them.
Leonard. That one goes in. 6 points for him.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Gasol passes to Schroeder. And the rejection by Zubac. And the shot goes down.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Outside, George. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
Punishing the rim there. When George makes up his mind he's going to dunk it, there is not much you can do.
Schroeder against Jackson. Kuzma outside. Caldwell Pope left side. Jackson against Kuzma. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 8-point game. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team.
And Jackson is a genius at finishing on his drives. He just has so many tricks up his sleeve.
Pass to Morris. And the rejection by Zubac. They recover it. Gasol passes to Caldwell Pope. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got his 4th assist in this one. The Clippers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A different look for the Clippers. Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard. And it's Williams in for Reggie Jackson. Zubac the pass to George. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Here's Caruso. To the wing on the left. And there's the feed to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
There's 42 seconds left in the third. Williams passes to Kennard. Makes it off the glass.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Lakers leading by 6. Caruso looking for an opening. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. The Clippers have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Zubac finds George. And the 3 off target. Lakers have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Outside Matthews. 4 seconds left. He takes it up and lays it in. Matthews has got the lead up to 10 now for the Lakers. Here's Williams. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. A big-time effort for Dennis Schroeder, providing a lot of energy for the Los Angeles Lakers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll return shortly. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. They've got Morris. He's out there with Montrezl Harrell. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 3 spot. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
On the wing, Morris. Pass to Caruso. Feeds to Harrell. It's picked off. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Lakers leading by 8. And a miss there off the inbound. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Here's Leonard. You can't get that one. Good work defensively by Morris. The Lakers shooting has been just outrageous. 64% from the field to this point. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Gasol on the high post. Caldwell Pope right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Kuzma, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Being the 27th pick in the 2017 draft, Kuzma has made his mark early, already surpassed expectations.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Clippers trail by 9. Out to Morris. The pass to Oturu. Outside Williams. Down low. Outside Leonard. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Lakers leading by 9. On the wing, Morris. Schroeder passes to Kuzma. And here is Gasol. Kennard covering. It's Gasol missing. The Clippers shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. And that'll be 2. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Patterson is checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Luke Kennard. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during that last timeout and listening to Frank Vogel talk to his team, his demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said, this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. We'll see if they were listening, guys.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth quarter. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Lou Williams.
What a scorer this guy is. Inside, outside, mid-range. Williams is capable of doing damage from anywhere.
Morris kicks it over to Schroeder. He dishes it to Caldwell Pope to the left side wing. Kuzma. They get it back. Here's Gasol. And it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
Look, with his size, with his strength, with his brain, there's no reason Gasol shouldn't be able to dominate the game offensively.
Morris passes to Patterson. Leonard on the wing. Back to Patterson. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And the Clippers making a change here. George is checked in. To the inside, Gasol. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Paul George.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
On the wing, Morris. Passes it to Caldwell Pope. And here is Gasol. Over Jackson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
When you play the kind of tough inside game that Gasol does, I mean, get used to taking a few knocks.
It's the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
And he just garnered a little bit more insurance there. Very confident as he's able to go up and knock those down.
George against Caldwell Pope. And George, here we go.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Lakers leading by 5. Passes to Kuzma. Morris looking over the floor. Inside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Patrick Patterson.
One of the best parts of Gasol's game is strength. He's big, tough to handle.
So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. Clippers have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. George against Caldwell Pope. And George, here we go. Lays it up and banks it in. George has got 10 points here in the second half.
And there was a time when folks said George wasn't a clutch shooter. Remember? Not anymore, people.
Shooter kicks to Caldwell Pope. Back to Schroeder. Shot clock at 6. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And Gasol gets it to go.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
Count it!
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. And here's the Lakers. And here's Schroeder. On the wing, Morris. Back to Schroeder. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Kuzma can't get it to go. And here's Leonard from 3. And so the Lakers take the win. A narrow, David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Chris. And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting. Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for him.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then it's Johnson, and it's Richardson in at the shooting guard. And for the Lakers, they've got Kyle Kuzma. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's Marc Gasol, and it's Morris in at the four-man position. Now the Mavericks with it. Now coming into the league with immense potential. Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Here's Doncic. Following the basket by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. Porzingis can't hit. It's 2-on-1. Up the floor. And Kuzma slams it in.
I'm not surprised to see Kuzma throw it down. He's got the length and leaping ability to do so.
Doncic outside. Porzingis trying to get free. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Do you remember, Greg, if you watched the standings very much when you played?
You know, we were always aware of it, and a lot of that had to do with the goals. I remember early in my career playing for the Knicks, you know, we were trying to win championships, and we talked a lot about home court and having that come postseason time. So you were absolutely aware of where you were because of the goals you set, but I think that also changes depending on who you are as a team. If you're a championship caliber team that's won it, maybe you're in the midst of a dynasty run, it may not matter as much because you know how good you are. You can win no matter where the venue.
Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Second shot opportunity. And it's Schroeder missing. For Dallas, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Doncic against Caldwell-Pope. And that one's good. Doncic has got 6 points.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
And that one's good. Schroeder. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Doncic against Schroeder. And it's Doncic missing.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Mavericks trail by 3. Cauley Stein in the post, covered by Morris. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They came away with the victory in the last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage on the backcourt.
They generated second chance opportunities on one end, preventing them on the other end. That was the story of the game.
And so here is Dallas following the bucket by the Lakers. Here's Doncic. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
And Kuzma has it in the corner. Morris outside, back to Schroeder.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Here's Doncic. The layup missed. Lakers leading by 3. Caldwell Pope outside. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got 3 assists tonight.
The capacity at 7-1 to just survey the floor. You're not going to impede Gasol's vision.
Now here's Richardson. Playing Portland, he was nearly unstoppable. Cauley Stein passes to Richardson. 6 to shoot. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Mavericks trail by 5. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Shooter passes to Gasol. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Gasol handles himself despite contact, just using his gigantic size to his advantage.
Schroeder against Doncic. Puts it up from 12. The shot misses. Back to the action after this word. And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Lakers here so far, guys.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Morris is out there with Montrezl Harrell. And it's Matthews. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 3 spot. Stolen by Brunson. Here's Powell. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Powell. Stripped it away. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Now here's Brunson. Defense right on him. Kleba, the pass to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Turnover there, but for the most part, they've taken care of the basketball. That was one of the few mistakes they've really made.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
And the ball goes out of bounds, last touch by Harrell. Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks winning their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and, Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Here's Brunson after the basket by the Lakers. Pass to Powell. Back to Brunson. Caruso grabs the miss. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
So it's the Mavericks now, following the bucket by the Lakers. Brunson, no good. Here's the break. Here's Matthews, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Now it's a 5-point Laker lead.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
It's such an advantage when you can get out and run and get a good look before the defense can set up.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Horton Tucker. 17 points in his last outing.
And this is Harrell's game, a skilled interior player who plays with tenacity.
Brunson kicks to Finney Smith. Offensive rebound.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Here's Horton Tucker. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Caruso, the pass to Horton Tucker. Puts up a three. The putback. Mavericks with the rebound. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They embrace the challenge as well. They hit big shot after big shot to keep the other team at bay.
Caruso, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And he knocks down the first one. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. He's perfect from the line this time. And it's the Mavericks with the ball, trailing by 5. Doncic kicks to Johnson. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. And there it is for him.
Nice presence inside. Johnson with a variety of moves and extremely good footwork makes him a difficult matchup.
Now here's Schroeder. He's coming off a 22-point game against Phoenix. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of basketball. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that. Oh, I don't believe that. He's better than that. Come on.
The 10-footer. Johnson. It's good on the putback. Johnson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the length of Johnson really coming into play. Beats everyone to the ball, then right back up with it.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to eat a tremendous start for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He had 9 points. And that'll do it.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope really making a difference here.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Johnson in at the small forward position.
And you know, Dennis Schroeder, from the moment he came into the league, showed tremendous confidence. He's never been the type to back down.
Now, here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
It's a tight contest. Those types.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Caldwell Pope outside. Nobody near Schroeder. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Dallas the other way. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for him. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Fast break. Here we go. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
Here's Schroeder. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Porzingis. The Lakers have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6. The first free throw is good. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Good on both. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Finney Smith passes to Brunson. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Matthews dishes to Harrell. Out left to the wing. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Here's Brunson. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
And the Lakers making a change here. Caruso's checked in.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
To the middle. Here's Harrell. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound. Mavericks leading by 5.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s. Players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
And Caruso's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Chalk up 2 there.
Getting hit on the way up, the ability to finish in traffic might be Harrell's strongest attribute offensively.
Brunson finds Powell. 1:29 left to play in the third. Shoots from the high post, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Looking now at some numbers for Luka Doncic.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
This is Montrezl Harrell, strong offensive rebounder with the skill to make good on the second chance.
Here's Brunson. Count the basket and the foul. Wesley Matthews picks one up.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Porzingis is checked in for Powell. Willie Cauley-Stein comes in for Maxi Kleber. And it's Richardson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. We've got a moment now to see the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. These are the top shooters in the league. In the third spot, Montrezl Harrell.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the first one at the line is good. And he makes both free throws. There's 39 seconds left in the third. Matthews left side. Pass to McKinney. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Doncic is checked in for Jalen Brunson. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now the pass to Matthews. Caruso looking for an opening. Clock at 6. Pass to Kaycock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. From deep three-point range. Misses the shot. And so it's Dallas in the driver's seat. Up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal... And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. They've got Morris. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Here's Porzingis. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Lakers trail by 8. And stolen by Cauley Stein. On the wing, Johnson. Count the basket. And that's now 6 points for Johnson.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
Caldwell-Pope against Richardson. And good that time.
It looked like the defense just flat out froze out there. Clear breakdown in communication to allow that easy bucket.
And Doncic, here we go. And the dunk by Doncic.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter. Aggressive move inside.
Dallas leading by 8. Now Doncic. And no good that time. Good work defensively by Morris. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell-Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Dallas moving it around. The 3 for Doncic. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Shot by Caldwell-Pope, no good. For Dallas, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And there's Richardson. That's good on the assist from Cauley Stein.
For a guard, Josh Richardson has all type of length. He is consistently getting to the lane, and he can score.
Here's Schroeder. Dishes it to Gasol. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Cauley Stein finds Porzingis, and here is Doncic. Jacks up a 3, drills the three-pointer. Doncic has got the lead up to 11 now for the Mavs. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that field, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces.
But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office.
You know, when Dennis Schroeder gets hot, he can take over.
There's 1:54 left to play here in the fourth. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Los Angeles.
Yeah, the versatility and competitive fire of Doncic is impressive. You can just tell this kid loves to play the game.
Shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Dallas leading by 8. Moving it up. And it's Doncic missing. And they're moving it up. Here's Gasol. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Richardson with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Richardson against Caldwell Pope. Richardson gets a wide open look. Porzingis passes to Cauley-Stein. Here's Doncic. And here's Richardson outside. A rebound by the Lakers. To the wing on the left. Richardson against Schroeder. Morris outside. And stolen by Richardson. Porzingis looking it over. And here's Doncic from the arc. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
And even though the quarter has been a struggle, it doesn't look like he's lost his confidence. He keeps looking for a shot.
That's why Dennis is so special. Tremendous poise when the game is on the line.
On the wing, Johnson. Back to Doncic. Johnson kicks to Doncic. Johnson, the pass to Cauley-Stein. On the wing, Johnson. Back to Cauley-Stein. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Cauley-Stein, a serviceable shooter at the line. Let's see if he can make them count.
And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Shot on the wing. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. And in the win, a comfortable win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.
At number 2, Pacers Gaming drafted 630, while Warriors Gaming Squad selected Hezi at number 3. 76ers president of basketball operations Daryl Morey announced the 4th overall pick.
76ers GC is picking Dre, point guard for Maryland.
Rounding out the top 5 was Tezo, who was selected 5th overall by Celtics Crossover Gaming. And with their new number 7 pick, the Lakers took Reese DeGod, who was...
You're looking live and down at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. The setting for our broadcast. And before
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Jones in at the 3 spot. And for Los Angeles, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's...
My goodness. Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defender.
And that one's good. Schroeder. On tonight, Greg, 2 teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the court.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Schroeder, and it goes down 2 points. Schroeder's got his 2nd basket of the game.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Lillard against Schroeder. Lillard attacking. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
Lillard against Schroeder. Gasol kicks to Caldwell-Pope. Schroeder against Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. Schroeder passes to Gasol. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Schroeder. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Lillard. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Here's Kanter. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
And it's Schroeder missing.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Misses the 3.
Well, you know what? All good things must come to an end, and they finally miss after making their first 4.
And the Lakers with another miss.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
And that one's good. Schroeder. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. 4-point game. The Lakers beat them last time when these 2 teams met in Los Angeles.
Yeah, they dropped the last game of this matchup. Their bench wasn't able to keep up with the opposing reserves offensively.
Sometimes the bench players are a little overlooked and undervalued, but make no mistake, they play a vital role in deciding games.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Trailblazers.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
Well, you look at Kuzma, the 27th overall pick in the NBA draft, guys, a multi-talented, confident forward with impressive skill and potential.
Here's Simons. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
And guys, you just can't afford to give away points from the foul line. Not in the NBA. Teams are just too talented.
Yeah, and you know, to come up short at the line is frustrating because that's controllable and it's actually a free throw. So you feel like you leave loose change out there when you don't convert.
Pass to Kuzma. Over Anthony. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
You know, once Kuzma has the position he wants inside, he does his thing fearlessly.
Here's Trent. He's covered by Matthews. And Cantor throws it down.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Now here's Matthews. He's tightly guarded.
Boy, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
40 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Simons. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Caruso, the pass to Kuzma. No good. Shot missing. And we reach the end of the first quarter. It's the Trailblazers up by 8. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Markieff Morris is out there with Harrell, and it's Matthews, and it's Caruso in at the point guard position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Caruso, the rebound by Simons. Trailblazers leading by 11. The feed now to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And even 3-on-3 break. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Enes Kanter.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
And the basket by McCollum.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Caruso, covered by Lillard. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And here's McCollum for 3. Rebound the Lakers. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Kuzma finds Caldwell Pope. Here's Caruso, covered by Lillard. No good from Gasol. And here's Portland. They're on a 9-1 run.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
And the Lakers making a change here. Schroeder's checked in. Lakers trail by 16. There's 1:26 left to play in the first half. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Kuzma. The second effort. Second chance shot, and it's finished off by Schroeder as he lays it in. Schroeder's got 10.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Lillard surveying the D. Tries again. Just 5 on the clock. And staying with the play, Anthony. Anthony's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. A 3 from McCollum. Kicks it out to Lillard. From deep. Lillard again missing. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. Here's Morris. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
And so it's Portland going into the break with a 10-point lead.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 8 points. Well, he's been an elite scorer for so long in the league. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. One guy who's been getting it done is Dennis Schroeder.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones, and it's Cantor in at the 5. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession. Here now, the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trailblazers. On Tuesday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Thursday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat.
And for their matchup with the Magic, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Lillard against Schroeder. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here is Lillard. He's got 8. An easy 2 points on the layup. Lillard's got 10 points in the game.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
A different look now for Portland. Trent's checked in, and it's Simons in for Lillard.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Pass to Trent. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Covington passes to Simons. There's the dish to Cantor. Shot from 12. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. And the Trailblazers lead by 16. Schroeder surveying the floor. To end the run, Harrell trying to free himself up. And it's finished off inside by Schroeder.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Boy, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
Simons, the pass to Covington. Here's McCollum. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Passes it to Horton Tucker. To the wing right side. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
Whew, that's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great, great human being.
And the Lakers making a change here. Kuzma's checked in. Here's Simons. A 3-pointer off the mark. Lakers trail by 16. Caruso, the pass to Morris. And no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. Their next game, playing at home, is the Nets coming to town. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Lets it go with the 3. Here's Giles, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
And there's the pass to Harrell. Here's Caruso. Rebounded by Anthony. Anthony's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Trent passes to Giles. Here's Trent. Back to Giles. Matthews with the steal. Pass to Kuzma. Inside. There's the steal. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Simons surveying the D. Lakers trail by 18. Here's Kuzma. Lays it up off the glass. Kuzma's got his third bucket of the night.
You know, body him up all you want. It doesn't bother Kyle Kuzma. He's got great competitive spirit and skill.
Simons the pass to Trent. It could go. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Trailblazers lead by 16. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guy.
Hey, good job defensively. Good job on dropping on the...
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Lakers. We've got Matthews, and it's Kaycock in at the 4.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep three.
Out to the wing. Pass to Caruso. And Matthews kicks to Caruso. To the right side. It's Matthews on the wing. Goodbye, Hood. Portland leading by 19. Lillard with it. Fires the 3. A rebound by the Lakers. Harrell's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's McKinney. Goes back up. Here's Kaycock. And he makes good on the layup.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
That's tipped. Now the Lakers on the break. Jumps up. Throws down the breakaway jam.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
And that one's good. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A guy who spaces the floor, but also willing to attack the rim. Lillard has confounded the defense all night.
Here's McKinney, defended by Jones, and he banks in the layup. McKinney's got his first bucket of the night. Lillard outside for 3. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Kaycock. Excellent D there from Anthony.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
And it's Lillard missing.
Well, most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for the Lakers. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Rodney Hood. McCollum dishes to Lillard. From deep three-point range, the long-distance 3 is buried. Lillard's got a pair of 3s here in the fourth quarter for the Trailblazers. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Trailblazers.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
And here's McCollum for 3. Kicks it out to Lillard. 5 on the clock. Second shot opportunity. Nice jump shot. Good. Lillard's got 12 points here in the second half.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Portland.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
They've got one more game left against them, and there's no doubt they'll use this as a jumping-off point to take another game off them later in the year. At least that's the plan.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Lillard.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Schroeder against Lillard. Schroeder passes to Morris. Misses off the right iron.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
16 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Cantor, the pass to Covington. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 21. Gasol on the high post. And Gasol slams it in.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much elevation for Gasol to throw one down, of course, unless somebody's standing right in his way. That dunk is going to be easy money for him.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. The bright lights and tall buildings of downtown Los Angeles setting the scene for us here tonight. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Lou Williams.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And the Clippers starting five. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Williams. And it's Jackson in at point guard. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Kuzma in at the three, the small forward. Schroeder against Jackson. Down low. Gasol passes to Schroeder. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
Yeah, really ratcheted up the pressure in their last matchup, getting steals and just creating havoc defensively.
The turnover margin was well within their favor, and you have to point to that ferocious D they played as the biggest factor in that win.
Schroeder passes to Gasol. Lakers working the ball around now. To the paint. That's good from Schroeder on the assist by Gasol. Well, we saw a play-in game during the 2020 season in the bubble. Brent, do you want to see more of that going forward?
I think it's pretty exciting, Kevin, to have everything on the line like that, where it's win or go home. And it's a little bit earlier than we're used to, but man, was that exciting last year.
Yep, it counts.
And you know he's so good coming off the pick and roll, but what do you have to take away? There's so many ways Leonard can hurt you offensively.
And the rejection by Zubac. It's Williams with the drive. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. Finished off the break.
No doubt among the best passing centers to have ever played this game. Gasol is a guy you can run your offense through, makes quick and decisive decisions.
High post, Zubac. Outside, Batum. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
To the inside, Caldwell Pope uses the glass to finish the layup.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Williams dishes to Leonard. Gasol against Zubac. Rejected by Gasol. Here's Caldwell Pope. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Lou Williams.
And always a smooth athlete. KCP doing a better job of drawing contact.
Lakers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
George passes to Patterson. That one goes in.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Pass to Caruso. To the paint, stolen by George. The pass to Patterson. Here's Mann. Kennard trying to break loose. And he converts the layup.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Caruso, the pass to Harrell. 1:19 left to play in the first. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Harrell smashing through the defense to get inside.
On the wing, Morris. And Morris throws it down.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Pass to Morris. 50 seconds left in the first. Harrell, the pass to Horton Tucker. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Count that one.
His range goes out a lot further, but didn't need to on that possession.
Here's Caldwell Pope. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And that one's good. Caruso. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Back to George. Morris outside. It's George on the wing. It's good. George has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, on that kind of move, Paul George is such a great scorer. He can stay in control even at full speed.
Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Shoots over Patterson, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Tie game in Los Angeles. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all the time.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Yeah, they were going right at the opponent here and forcing their hand. I mean, like literally making them foul them.
Morris is out there with Montrezl Harrell. And it's Matthews, and it's Caruso in at the 1 spot. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Williams is checked in. On the wing, George. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Just tough shots just don't bother Paul George. So smooth with it when he gets into his motion.
And the versatility of Paul George's game. Elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
You think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Batum comes in for Morris. Leonard, he's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Kennard.
Schroeder staying aware and excellent at going straight into the defense in order to get the foul.
The Lakers have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not.
Count on Kawhi Leonard to work as much as he needs to get to the spots on the floor where he can be successful. He's a good shooter from mid-range.
Over kicks to Caruso. Schroeder against Jackson. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
They get the rebound. Zubac passes it to Williams. 5 to shoot. And Leonard has it in the corner. No good with the triple.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Matthews. The putback, but he recovers it.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Leonard on the wing. He's covered by Matthews. Leonard the pass to Zubac. And it's Leonard missing.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Kuzma with it. Williams picks him up. And stolen by Williams. Jackson down low. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Batum finds Jackson. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Pass to Caruso. Back to Gasol. Shoots over Zubac. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback. Caruso's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. They get Marc Gasol.
That aggressive mindset of his, Leonard putting it on the floor and drawing contact.
So he gets them both. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
Well, it can affect your confidence, not just as the player shooting, but the entire team. So defenses might get a little bit more aggressive, and then you got to think about the next free throw.
Look at that.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Caldwell Pope right side. There's the pass to Schroeder. Morris looking over the floor. He gets it up. And that one released in time, but no good.
And can you not love the tenacity of Leonard? One of the best defenders to enter the league in quite some.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring a competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground and the score tied. They're in good position at the half after a second quarter. And
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Patrick Patterson. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's man in at the point. The Lakers trail. Schroeder outside. No good off the back of the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they pay the price.
Schroeder kicks to Kuzma. Kept alive. Feeds it to Gasol. Shoots over Leonard. And the Lakers with another miss.
Talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board. Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
And Caldwell Pope, explosive off the floor. He can catch you unawares with his dunking.
And the wide open shot from Morris. Offline with his three. Lakers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Here's Leonard. And the call. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
Lakers trail by 4. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive, and he slams it one-handed.
And sweet drive there. KCP, a smooth operator with terrific straight-line speed.
Pass to Williams. Leonard on the wing. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Now Harrell. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's the Clippers now. A 3 from Morris. The Clippers rebound. Zubats. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Inside. Here's Horton Tucker. He's covered by Leonard. Horton Tucker's shot is off.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. You have to have a body on him every time he's down there.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's Caruso. That one's not going to go. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. A nice shot by George.
That's a really nice stroke. Paul George set up nicely. Great release. And big-time shot there.
A 3-time Sixth Man of the Year. Last season, Lou Williams named his newborn son Six in honor of his success in that role.
We talk a lot about the Mount Rushmore of the game's greatest players. Maybe we could start to chisel out the sixth men of the year in the NBA. Lou Williams would have to get some serious consideration for that monument.
Zubats finds Batum. Back to Zubats. Outside for George. Just 3 to shoot. Caruso grabs the miss.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. No
he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Lakers passing it around. Here's Kaycock. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That's what Harold does. He's in there mixing it up, and he goes right back up for a shot.
Williams dishes to Leonard. Back to Williams. It's George on the wing. Back to Williams. Leonard on the wing. He's got 14 from the wing. And no good. Trying to use the glass. He got it up. And no good that time. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Harrell. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Marc Gasol, and it's Matthews in at the shooting guard position. That's the Laker 5. Passes to Batum. Over in the corner, Williams. And stolen by Harrell. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Paul George, he's checked in for Williams. And there's Gasol. That's good on the assist by Schroeder. Gasol's got it all tied up now for the Lakers. The Clippers shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Zubac kicks to George. And that one drops for him. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Pretty cool that Paul George came to the game on a rocket ship because he's on another planet right now.
Jackson against Schroeder. And the layup falls.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
George against Matthews. And that one's good. George.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Jackson against Schroeder. Outside Matthews. Now here's Schroeder. It's deflected. Stolen by Zubac. Batum with the ball. Now guarded by Harrell. Here's Mann. No good on the triple. The Lakers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. The shot's good from Kuzma.
And solid effort from Kuzma. His long strides come in handy on the fast break.
George against Gasol. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And the Lakers call time here. Teams changing it up here. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
During that break, Frank Vogel had some real words for his team. This is still a close game, and he told his guys, we're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win. Guys?
The throw good, Paul George.
Just 1 year in college for Paul George, and then made the transition to the NBA, and all the talk was about what it is we're seeing now. A very capable two-way player and all-star caliber talent.
The drive by Schroeder. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Leonard, the pass to George. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Go ahead and lead him, Paul George. Stepping up, a huge shot at this moment in the game.
They throw good, Paul George.
Yeah, not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
Jackson against Schroeder. The dish to Gasol. Can't cash in from close range. Clippers leading by 3. And stolen by Kuzma. Nice break, the Lakers. Here's Schroeder. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And that's why Schroeder is a player you want on your team, because he knows how to come up with huge plays in big situations.
Pass to George. Fires from deep. Jackson against Schroeder. Jackson kicks to Batum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jackson passes to O'Toole. Gasol with the steal. Here's Horton Tucker, and he goes in for the dunk.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Gasol passes to Horton Tucker. Lakers working the ball around now. Schroeder against Jackson. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
Nice to see a young player like Schroeder step up, show some confidence, and get a huge basket for his ball club. Energizes the entire team.
Batum attacking. Yes! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Schroeder outside. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in. Off the inbound pass. It drops.
A versatile attack and a change of speed guard. Once Schroeder gets things going, the opposition could be in for a long night.
Nobody near George. But they recover it. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And here's Schroeder. He feeds it to Gasol. Batum with the steal. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. Count it!
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
Here's Schroeder. Dishes it to Morris. To the middle. Gasol kicks to Kuzma. No good from 3-point territory. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean,
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry.